Hi friends, I am so excited to be here with you today to continue our discussion on Acts 9. Most of you may not recognize me and are kind of wondering, who is this lady speaking to us today? Well, there's a real good reason that I am here today, and the reason that you guys don't know me is because I am what is called a behind-the-scenes person here at Christ Church. My name is Sasha. I am the administrative assistant for the children's ministry team here at Christ Church, and my job is to help your amazing leaders such as Samantha and Melissa get the materials and the items that they need to help bring you these Bible stories every week. I may not lead or teach a classroom, but I want you guys to know that I am here with you, and I do know who all of you are, and I think it is amazing that you are still continuing your journey with God and with Christ Church. So earlier this week, Mr. Herman did bring you the Bible lesson in which we were talking about Acts 9, verses 10 through 31. This is where Ananias helps Paul. And what we see is that God speaks to a man named Ananias, and he sends him to Saul to restore Saul's sight. Now, Ananias is very reluctant to do this, and he's got a lot of questions going on, wondering if he can really believe if this is Jesus telling him to go talk to Saul. And we see this reluctance when Ananias says in Acts 9, verses 13 through 14, "Lord, I've heard reports about this man. They say he has done great harm to your holy people in Jerusalem. Now he has come here to arrest all those to worship you. The chief priests have given him authority to do this." Ananias questions why. Saul is such a dangerous man for the Christians. Why would Jesus appear to him with this crazy request? Was this vision really from the Lord? We see the obedience on the part of Ananias in spite of his fear. Certainly, this took faith. And as you remember earlier this week, Mr. Herman speaking of faith, we know that faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. Our memory verse, faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. And that is Hebrews 11:1. And that is exactly what Ananias did. He put his faith in God and put his trust in Jesus, even though he was afraid. He had faith. So most of you might be wondering why I am here to tell you this story and to continue our study on it. What you hear in Christ Church, especially in what we call big church, is when God just pings you. And Samantha knew that this was the story that I needed to help tell you all. See, what you don't know is what one of my biggest fears is speaking in public. And here I am speaking to you right now. How am I able to do that when I do get so terrified and I am so afraid of what I might do or say, forget, talk too fast? Are people understanding me? But here I am facing my fear. And you know how I'm doing that? I'm doing that because I have put my trust in Jesus. I know that he is with me and he is not going to steer me wrong. As Mr. Herman spoke of earlier this week, fear can be a good thing. There is a healthy type of fear. We can learn so much from our fears, such as how it can help us to stay focused, motivated, to learn more. You know, if we're afraid of something, we want to reach out to ask for help. Asking for help is going to help us build stronger relationships, stronger bonds with people that can help us, maybe even people that have the same fears as us. My question to you is, what are your fears? What are you doing to help get through these fears? Are you reaching out to friends, to family, to your amazing buddies and leaders that are leading these Bible study classes for you? Getting help can help to accomplish things that you never thought you could. And you can accomplish those by placing your trust in God, saying, Jesus, I need your help. Again, that's what I did. I have been praying for weeks now. I have been preparing. I have been studying because I have been called to bring this message to you. And I needed to work through my fear of speaking so that I can let you know that God is working and He is always there. What are some things that happen to you when you're facing something that you're afraid of? Are you getting nervous? Are you, not wanting to go through with the tasks that are, being called upon because you are afraid? What I have learned is to give it to God, to have faith. He has given me the courage and the strength to put myself out there. I am getting more comfortable speaking. And the more faith you have, the more you can do. Just learn to trust. I am constantly reminded of one of my favorite Bible quotes. And again, it ties right into this issue of fear, of not being able to see what I know is there. I have faith, but again, it not being right in front of me can cause me to be a little afraid. And so I always return to Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It brings me closer to God by talking with Him, putting my faith in Him, praying. This morning I spent a lot of time in prayer. God, just please, give me the words to share with you, friends. And here I am working my way through it. I may feel this is a complete disaster at the end, but hopefully you guys are able to see that I have been pinged to be here to talk to you about faith and fear. Just another thing that happened just moments ago before I was going to start my story with you, showing you how God does work behind the scenes. He pinged my mentor to speak this morning in regards to having faith over fear. And she spoke from 2 Corinthians chapter 5. We live by faith, not by sight. And I think that just ties into what our lesson is this week. Again, faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what you do not see. So I ask you, can someone be brave and courageous and be afraid? My answer is being afraid and working through that fear makes you more brave and more courageous than you could ever be. You have learned to put your faith in someone you cannot see but know is there. You are entering into a situation where you do not know the outcome. You are trusting Jesus to help you through. And that is the bottom line. Knowing Jesus can help you face your fears. I thank you, friends, for allowing me to tell my story and dig deeper into our Acts chapter 9, verses 10 through 31 lesson this week. I hope you all are doing well, and please feel free to reach out to me or any of your leaders if there's anything we can help you work through. Thank you.